educational purpose only. Today, I'm going to do an analysis on the market. This is what I do every weekend to come and observe what the market holds for next week through last week price movement. So, like I said in my last video, I only trade um, um, USD pairs, that's EU and GU, and USD JPY. So, just to make the video short, I'm just going to focus on just EU and GU. So, before I frame my bias from the weekly, first of all, let's see what's the news for next week. Calendar. This is by Monday. Monday next week, there's no news, but there's a JPY bank holiday. Tuesday, we have CPI. By Wednesday, we have PPI. We have employment claims on Thursday. So, from my own observation, Monday might not do well because market might not move Monday because of CPI on Tuesday. So I'm going to trade after the news on Tuesday, after the news on Wednesday, or probably if I see a setup, then Thursday it's going to be a good day. Just one news on Thursday on employment claims. So let's get right into it. So I I'm going to start from the monthly. Now looking at the monthly, uh, please just bear with me. Now price took out, you know, the low of October, which is that's November, and rejected into it. The price has gone to take the previous month high. I'm anticipating price to come to this level, but let's just stay within the week for a while. And so Wednesday, what do we see here? On excuse me, on Wednesday, on the weekly. Sorry, I said Wednesday. On the weekly, on the weekly, we have a bearish movement. The price has been bullish for some time, but now we are seeing a bearish movement. So what am I seeing here? First thing I'm seeing here is a market structure shift. Also, because of I showed the monthly to show that price is on a bullish move actually, and same thing on GU. I'm going to show that on GU. Let me just quickly show that on GU. Why my bias is bullish. If you have any question, you can leave it in the comment section because the comment section. Now on GU is more presentable, unlike EU. GU came into this monthly fair value gap, and if you are looking at price, came to the monthly fair value gap, closed back into the this candle, this candle's range. Now the way price moves from internal range liquidity to external range liquidity, external range liquidity to internal range liquidity, as vice versa. So, and a fair value gap is an internal range liquidity. External range liquidity will be the swing high. And here we have one. We also have one here. So yes, I'm anticipating price to come to this level. It might not be this month, but I'm expecting it by February or for the following month come to this level and to come to this level. What we're just seeing here is just a pullback in January, but I'm expecting price to really come to this level. So G is actually more presentable. So let's go back to E. Yeah, let's go back to E. So on the weekly, what do we have here? Um, you can see this. My last video I spoke about change state of delivery. What I use is T-Trade's fractal model. Is one I learned from Motionist video. So fractal model is framed from the idea that price will before price will reverse to create a swing point. Now, look at this. This bullish candle took out this high, closed in this range of this candle. Then we saw, some price movement. There's a weekly change state of delivery. Um, so what am I expecting for this week? I'm expecting the price should come back up a little, either to test this fair value gap. That's next week, I'm sorry, to test this fair value gap, or to respect the point 0.5 of this candle. I'm going to get in all those things. The point 0.5 would be, these are, I mark out my point 0.5 of this candle. So yeah, look at it. It's also inside the fair value gap. Is a respect to respect that level and move further down. You know, so price close below. So if there's going to be any movement, um, let's say I'm expecting it to pull back. I'm expecting a pullback into this level first. We're going to come down. So let's go into the daily. What am I seeing in the daily? Um, Same thing I was talking about change set of delivery. In my last video, I showed you how I measure my targets when I want to take profit. Now look at it from the high of the candle to the low. That's the bearish movement. Look at it, this place, this one, the last bearish candle. Now this is a bullish candle. These are bullish candle too. So how do I mark a change set of delivery? When market close below the close of this of the last bullish candle. This is in a when we are planning to sell. So when if it's in a bullish, if the market is reversed, it will be a close above this candle. Sorry, to be a close above this candle. I don't know if you understand me. Close above this candle, the last bearish candle. But on this case, it's the last bullish candle. Just give an explanation to what I'm trying to say. So market close below it, um, and where's the target? Look at it. I targeted this low, which price came into. I'm still expecting price to move further down into this level, but nevertheless, this low was my target. So let me take that out. So you can see price. He also closed below all this. So Monday, what does Monday hold for us? What does the next week hold for us? I'm still of the bias that market is bearish based on the weekly candle, this candle. But I'm expecting a price movement to this level. So what am I going to look out for? I'm going to wait for um, either for price to pull up, maybe takes out this low first. Do you understand? This daily low, this Friday low, takes it out. Take out this low, this almost equal low, this low here, takes it out, and I want to see a change state of delivery on the 15 minutes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I showed that on my last video. Yeah, change state of delivery when market close below the open of the last bullish candle. Look at it here. I did that on GU yesterday I showed it on my previous. Look at it here. And where's the target? Like I said, where's the target? You mark at the eye, and right there, just look at it. You hit it and price reverse. Look at it. So this is what I just do. Like I said, I don't have um, a a particular calculation to say, okay, one 1 to 1 or 1 to 2. No, sometimes it can be 1 to 1, sometimes it can be 1 to 2, just depending on when you where I meet the price. I don't I don't really do those stuff. So uh, look at it, and that was like 20 23 pips, 23 pips, and stop loss was about 20 pips. Yeah, 20 pips. So 1 to like 1.5 there about. So like I said, I'm gonna wait. But I just normally wait for a sweep. What do I wait for? A sweep of an Asia high or a session high, sorry, a session high, a daily high, or a session high or low, a daily high or low, a weekly high or low, swing points, fair value gap. This is what I just look at for for it to frame my bias of the market, my bias of the market. So that's just it. So, so let me give you another example. Um, where should I? Okay. So right here on the GU, on the EU, sorry, I'll show you another example of what I'm talking about, how of the chain state of delivery that I use to frame my bias. Now, like I said, this was what? This was Friday 4 o'clock. Do you see that? Friday 4 o'clock when price came back into this. It was Friday last week when price came into this fair value gap right here. What did we see? What can you see here? When price came to the fair value gap, there was a close and price went to retest the fair value gap. What are you seeing here? What are you seeing here? Classic stages of delivery, 15 minutes. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. Let's look at that. Look at it. You just have to. I'm going to hold it till the kingdom come, like till it gets to this place or close to the place. Sometimes look at that. It's almost everywhere. It appears almost every single time in the market. If I don't see this, this is my setup. If I don't see this, I don't trade. I want to see it after a session high or low has been taken, a fair value gap. I want to see it um, um, in a daily, in a higher time frame, high or low. I want to see it weekly. I want to see it on, the months. I just want to see it somewhere for it to frame my bias. It doesn't appear anywhere. That's a place it has to appear. It's not appearing on the, like I just said, fair value gap, IOG. That's inverse fair value gap. This is an inverse fair value gap. When price close, an inverse fair value gap. So you just want to hold by the retest of that candle, by the retest of this place, this level here. Let me mark it out again. By the retest of this level here, sorry, by the retest of this level, look at it. There you have it. By that retest, you put your stop loss above, and voila, price comes down here. It's throughout the night, it just traded till it got to this level. Do you understand? So that's just it. It shows almost every single time, almost every single time in the market. Look at this also. When price took out this high, remember the daily. Remember this high is the daily high, is the previous day high. This high you're seeing here, this Tuesday. And what happened? Wednesday took it out in the midnight. And what happened? Price closed below, right here, right here. This candle closed below the last bullish candle. When it did, look at price did not come back to this high to take this out, this high. And throughout, it just reversed back a little. Reversed. There's a fair value gap right here also. This small fair value gap. Just reversed there. And there we have it. Let me show you the measurement again. So let me just use this one. Okay. And if you have waited for that, look at by 5 o'clock that same following day, price came to that level. Though this was the period of December, so price was a little bit scattered. I didn't trade this period. I respect. I don't trade during the festive period, but I'm just showing how consistent. Um, this fractal models always work. So let me go back to GU. Let me show you something I said. GU. So yeah, let's look at the weekly of GU. GU is closing below this candle. This last week, after I took out this eye, took out this, cleaned those eyes, and it's closing slightly below the low of this candle. Please, my yellow lines are for weekly highs and low. The red is for daily high and low. The white is for a monthly high or low. While the blue is to mark out targets, session high or low, change date of delivery, just like that, just to I don't get to confuse myself with different same line colors. So I just change the line. I'm used to it already. So what am I expecting also? Like I said, I'm expecting price movement to I'm also expecting uh, a reversal on the daily, reversal a little, maybe into this fair value gap, you know, because in G, what are you seeing here also? Change state of delivery. I told you it happens single every single time. Look at that. Every single time on the daily. Where should be our target? Look at this. Let me show you. The last bearish candle. My mouse is misbehaving. Look at it. So I told that blue line is usually my target. So I'm targeting that by next week price should come here. So watch out for it. I just watch out for it and just set it. Price should come to this level. Sorry, come to this level. Look at it. I use -1. It can come to -2. I just stick to my -1. Do you understand? So what do I want to see? I want to see a pullback to this place. That blue line. I want to see a pullback to that blue line. Then I can get into the trade. I'm not going to sell off. I want to see a pullback. I want to see a pullback into this fair value gap. I want to see a pullback right here. And when I see a pullback into this fair value gap, this is another block. I see a pullback into this fair value gap. Um, uh, it will, it will, it will be great. Then I want to see either a 1 hour change state of delivery inside this fair value gap. Let me take this one out. I want to see change inside it, or a 15 minutes change state of delivery inside this fair value gap, and that's it. I'm going to take the trade and sell till but normally I'm a day trader. I just if it hits that -1, I'm out of the market. Sometimes I just get the boldness to hold till it hits this level. Sometimes, so I'm not like it's not all the time. So where am I? So yeah, 4 hours. So yeah, this is all I have to say for today. Please, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any question,